Hey guys, it's me. I'm doing a Q&A today just so you can get to know me more. I asked you guys to give me questions on Instagram. I'm trying to post more on Instagram and be more interactive with you and kind of let you guys be a part of my content more. So follow me on Instagram. I got so many questions, but I read through all of them and you guys are kind of curious about the same topics, the same things. So I just picked out like the most asked questions and I'm gonna answer them today. So to make it easier for me, I wrote them all down into my notebook. It's very cute. So we're gonna do like the most simple questions first. So how old are you? I'm 23. I was born in 1997. What's your zodiac sign? So I'm a Scorpio sun, Taurus moon, and Cancer rising. Where do you live? I live in Vietnam. I've always been here. A lot of you guys think that I just moved back here from somewhere, but no, I was born and raised here. I never left. I've been here all my life. What's your ethnicity? I'm Vietnamese, 100%. Okay, so a lot of you guys were curious about my job, how I earn money, how I make a living. Do I have like an actual job? And the answer is no. I'm a full-time content creator or influencer. I know we all hate that term, but that's the industry term, so I'm gonna refer to that to make it easier. Like if I work and sign a contract, my job title is the influencer. So yeah, I don't do anything else. I used to have a little thrift store where I sell vintage clothing, but I stopped doing that a while ago because I was just running it with my boyfriend and it was a lot for me to handle and I feel like I couldn't really do the best job, so I'm no longer doing that. But after that, my main income is from Instagram, doing sponsorships, and now I also make money from YouTube. So that's how I earn my money. And from that, a lot of you asked me how to get started on IG, how can I become an influencer, how to get started, tell us about your journey. I get a lot of those questions, and to be honest, what I've noticed is when people ask about becoming an influencer, I think a lot of you guys just kind of focus on the perks of being an influencer, being famous, getting brands to send you free things, just kind of like all the after results of being an influencer without thinking, what do you have to offer? Do you have good fashion sense or some skill that you can offer and you want to be noticed, you want to grow a platform and have this your job? Or do you just want to be an influencer because it seems like a cool job? So you have to think about that. And my best advice, and also how I started, is to just start posting, just start creating content. Once you do that and you do a good job, people will notice you, brands will start reaching out to you. But you have to, of course, build something first. You can't just expect all of that to happen. So same with me, like my Instagram account was just my personal account. Like I didn't go in thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be an influencer, I want to like gain followers or anything like that. I was just posting photos. Before I even had a following, I would always go and do photo shoots with my friends, you know, just genuinely love taking photos and just have cute pics. And it's always just one post, started doing well, getting more likes, keep building up, and I just keep gaining followers throughout the years. So it's a whole process, and then brands just start to reach out to me. Yeah, it happened really organically, but you just have to put out content, post photos, post TikTok. I mean, back when I started, TikTok didn't exist. Starting on Instagram was a lot harder. Or start YouTube. You just have to work and put out the content, and if you work consistently enough and put out good content, then you will get rewarded. But you can't just come into it kind of expecting all of the results without working, or you going in kind of not know how or what kind of content to put out, then maybe this is not the job for you. If you already going in with nothing to offer, because you have to think like brands want to work with you. Why do they want to pay you? You have to have something. It's a job. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Oh, and if you're thinking right now maybe your content isn't good enough, it takes a lot of practice. Like my photos a couple years ago, I think weren't as good as they are now, because it took years of taking photos every single day to kind of figure out all of that. You learn in the process. You just have to start. So what would you be doing if this wasn't your job? If I'm not already doing this, I would be trying right now. It's so funny because when I think about my job, I have like two kind of thoughts. So it's like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now. I can't believe this is my life, this is my job, but also I can't see me doing anything else. This is something that I kind of could see even when I didn't do this. I kind of always visualizing it. So I think I really manifested it, because back then I believed that this is kind of the only route that I want to go. I mean, I obviously didn't think about being like an influencer, because back then I didn't even know you can make money off Instagram. But in terms of like working as a creative or working in fashion somehow was just how I see my life. I know that I'm not going to be working in an office. I know I'm not going to be working for someone. I just have to work for myself. I just have to be able to be creative and create something. Yeah, it's just kind of meant to happen, I guess. And when I was younger, like when I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a fashion designer. So if this is not like my job already, I would be like working towards it and trying. A lot of questions about my family. I guess because I'm Asian and I live in Vietnam, so the culture here is different. But a lot of you guys ask about how did your family react to the way that you dress, or how did your family react to your Instagram, to you just kind of showing skin and the kind of clothing that I wear, or doing YouTube. I think my parents were kind of shocked, like a little bit, but they kind of knew like I was always kind of the rebel child of my family. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy, but rebel in a sense of going against all of the cultural things like in Vietnam, I guess. But my parents are honestly pretty relaxed. It's mainly my relatives, my extended family, that are kind of more shocked about what I do. Like when my relatives find out my Instagram, they were all like, oh my god, she gone off the rail. She's like we lost her kind of thing. But honestly, I didn't care. It was stressful for me to deal with people in my family criticizing my choices. But for me, if I see my life in some way or want to live my life in some way, I'm not gonna let anybody stop me from doing that. My family is very supportive of me now. Maybe they don't necessarily agree with what I do, what I choose to post, but they admire how I just not give a fuck about what other people think and just do whatever I want. So, and in terms of my YouTube, yeah, my mom watched my videos and she will probably be watching this, but yeah, she like trying to watch all the ads for me. And I think my grandma watched my videos. My grandma's friends and sisters are like subscribed to me. Like my mom made my brother make them YouTube accounts so they can like subscribe to me. So that's very cute. How are the reactions to your outfits in Vietnam? So like, are there people who would judge your outfits, how you deal with it, and how do you dress like that? So I do get a lot of stares, like a lot. Like people stare at me all the time, and even if I would just be like, why are you staring at me? They would just keep staring. Honestly, I'm so used to that by now. It's just kind of a part of my life, and of course, like, it does get annoying, it does get uncomfortable, especially when you kind of get that like judgy stares, or like when people are genuinely confused about what you're wearing. But I'm not really offended by that, because especially for people in Vietnam, a lot of the time when they're not that educated, they genuinely don't know that it's rude to stare at someone someone, so I try to keep that in mind. A lot of the time when people stare, they're genuinely just curious. They just probably think that I dress so strange. I know that they don't have any like malicious intention. Like I know that they honestly don't mean to be rude. They're mainly just curious. I try to like separate that from the way that I dress. Like I know that they're not judging me. They might stare at you, but if I like talk to them, most people are really nice. They're just curious, and I understand. I mean, I do dress differently, or I do show a lot of skin, so that's kind of the reaction that I would get. So I try to understand that and try not to take offense. What I think about it is kind of what I could live with. I either express myself the way that I want to and get these small and comfortable moments here and there, or I just dress the way that is acceptable for society and live my life not being who I am. And I think that's just way worse. Just have one life, you know, and I don't want to let other people affect the way that I choose to express myself. So I can live with the uncomfortable moments, but I cannot live with not being myself. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helped you feel more confident to wear whatever you want. How do you deal with haters, people saying shit about you, people being mean to you? How do you deal with hate comments? What people say about me, it's more like a reflection of who they are. A person who is secure about themselves, happy with their life, would never go out of their way to make other people feel bad about themselves. Only an insecure person would do that, and honestly I just feel bad for them, because whatever kind of energy that you put out, every thought, everything that you put out, it's gonna come back into your life. If you're feeling insecure and you don't work on yourself and you decide to kind of spread that negativity instead and put it out there, then it comes back to you and make you feel like shit and affect your life. Yeah, when people do that, I genuinely hope that they're okay. What they're seeking is empathy. They're trying to attack people, and when people are in pain, they can have someone to share that feelings with, to relate to. So I just wish that whatever pain that they're in, whatever way that they feel, maybe they can let go of that someday. If somebody is being mean to you or attacking you, it's not about you, it's more about them and who they are. So just keep doing your thing. Insecure people only attack people who they think are doing better than them, who they think are doing good, who they might be jealous of. So whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. Just keep doing your thing. Just keep spreading positivity. When you're doing what you want and when you feel happy, you just keep attracting that feeling. You will keep attract things that makes you feel happy. Yeah, that's just how I think about it. And honestly, like if it's like a guy that is hating on me, then I don't give a fuck, because I mean they're men. But it's really saddened me when it's another woman, another girl hating on me or hating on another woman. Like, why? We should be sticking up to each other. This is a time where we should all be supportive of each other. You should want to see another woman thrive. When society is so against our success and judges for everything, we should be the one who are sticking up to each other. Like, we're all sisters here. Instead of being jealous or hateful, you should always remember that another woman's success is your success. It's success for all of us. Do you have stretch marks? If so, can you give us tips on how to love them? Okay, I don't even have like a reason or like anything meaningful to say about this, because I genuinely think that stretch marks are so hot. I don't know why people think that they are unattractive in any way. I just genuinely find them so hot. Like, I have stretch marks, and even when I take pics, I always like want to show them. I don't know, I think they just look really good. And I have friends and people I know that think the same thing, so I hope that might help you some way, even though it's other people's opinion. But yeah, people do find that attractive. So your stretch marks are so hot, so beautiful, and it's all make us unique. Yeah, I don't know, let me know in the comments, what do you think about stretch marks? I'm very curious because I really think that they're so attractive. Like, I love it on me, I love it on other people. Do you edit your body in photos? So I have talked about this a couple of times already. I mean, I have explained myself, but people choose to believe what they want to believe. So honestly, if you believe me or not, I don't care. Like, I will say this one more time, I don't edit my body in my photos or videos, whatever. I don't like make my waist smaller, I don't modify my body in my photos. Obviously I don't look like that all the time. Like, all of my photos I'm like posing in a way that makes my body looks good. So if I'm just slouching, I'm not gonna look like that. I suck my stomach in, duh, we all do that for photos. I don't edit, but I also don't look like that all the time. Like anybody, I do use Facetune. I use like the smooth tool to like smooth out my skin, like my face in photos, because if I have like a huge pimple, I would get rid of that pimple. I don't want to do that either. Like, I want to be like completely like not edit my photos at all, but it's something that I'm, I guess, not capable to do yet because of my insecurities about like the pimples that I have. So sometimes, like, if my blush doesn't show in photos, I would like use the vibrant tool to like make my blush pop, fix my makeup a little bit. And I also use like the healing tool to get rid of like trash or something that I don't want in the background of my photo. Maybe like if I'm taking pics and there's like a leaf that I don't like, then I'll like remove the leaf. But I don't like modify my body. People like to zoom into my photos, try to find this and that, but I don't. Like, I have videos of myself all over my social media, and I'm doing YouTube now, so like, what's the reason? I just find it so mean when people just really try it. Like, I've seen posts made about me and my waist, and people who take photos of me at different points of my weight. This might be trigger warning, I'm not sure, but my weight does fluctuate due to me having braces. If you didn't know, I have braces, and during the last year I have a lot of procedures done. Like, I have 8 of my teeth pulled out, 4 wisdom teeth, and then just normal teeth here pulled out, so I can have space for my braces to move. And I have like screws put into my gum. Sorry if that's too much, but I would get those procedures done like every month or 2, and it really affects my eating. I was eating enough, but honestly it was so painful. And if you have braces, this is like a common thing. Like, when people get braces, they tend to lose weight, and it was unwanted. But yeah, I think last year or 2 I was at like my skinniest point, and obviously this year I've been gaining all the way back. I've been working towards gaining weight again. When people take photos of me at that point and then they put it next to a photo of me when I weighed like 10 kilos more to compare like my waist size, and it's just honestly so fucking toxic to me. Like, I don't know how people would think that they can do that. Obviously see that I was just bigger in general. Like, so I don't want to talk about this. And honestly, for me, mental wise, I don't know why it would benefit me, because I'm not here to like live this like fake social media image. I'm posting on social media because it's good for me, because I like to put out content and express myself, and it makes me feel good. So what does it do to me if I post this image of myself that I don't even look like in real life? Like, what does it do for me? It just gonna makes me feel like shit. Why would I want to do that? And yes, I am very aware that I have a small waist. This is something that is my real life. Like, people talk to me about it all the time in real life. When I meet people, they will compliment my waist or talk about my waist. This is like my life. This is not some fake social media image that I'm trying to put out. So yeah, I don't edit my waist. You can choose to believe it or not. Honestly, at this point, I don't care. You already have your opinion, and your opinion is not my reality. So I think that's enough for today. That was a lot of questions. I hope this helped you understand me better, to be kind, be positive. I wish you the best. Honestly, when I talk about like people being mean or rude, it's just really a small part of my community. Like, obviously on here you guys are so amazing. I read all the comments. I get especially happy and warm when you guys are supporting each other and lifting each other up in the comments. I think that's just so sweet. That's all I want to see. Thank you for being nice to me. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Alright,